Welcome back to Distant Gooner TV, great to have you here, and welcome to the Arsenal Noni Madueke. Yes, probably the most controversial transfer of Arteta's reign so far, has ultimately signed for Arsenal for around the £52 million. I think it's about 48 with plus add-ons. So yeah, all told, 52 million, and it's done, people. He's finally here. And of course, he's an Arsenal player now. We need to get behind him. I think you know my thoughts on this. That, and like many people, we've kind of it's more about the money that we're spending and the position that we're spending it on, I think. I mean, when we talk about Noni Madueke and his season, last season, I think his stats are pretty good. We know he's direct. He likes to take players on. He can score goals. He sets up goals. I do actually like him as a player, but, when you've got Bukayo Saka, you can't help think that's the number one. So, at best, he's back up on the right-hand side. Now, we know that he can play on the left and he can play on the right. So the chances are, if we're outlaying £52 million, I imagine that he's going to be playing on the left-hand side. And that's where there's kind of, people say, is he better than Martinelli? Is he better than Trossard? Look, he's an alternative. But, I mean, I'd kind of say he kind of is better. I mean, if we look at how Martinelli was the last couple of seasons, it's been pretty crap. One-dimensional, and he rarely really takes on his player nowadays. When he was in his prime, yes, he was. But he's just gone downhill. He hasn't progressed. So perhaps Madueke can offer us, a better option down that left-hand side. Time will tell. But yeah, he's wearing the number 20. It's interesting. When they did the interview with him, and I don't really mean to be harsh on top of the criticism he's already had, but, when players are like proper buzzing that they've joined the club, I just didn't get that from him. I don't know what it was. He just didn't... I don't know whether it was just like a level of arrogance about him or something just wasn't there. And that's another thing, I guess, that I do question with him. It's his attitude. We've seen him fighting for the ball to take a penalty off people and all of that nonsense. Listen, time will tell how this one pans out, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to outlay on a player like most of us that thought, he's not of the quality we need to take us forward, and is he in the position that we need? And that's what this whole controversy, I think, boils down to be honest. I mean, I'm not too fussed about the whole Chelsea thing because, let's face it, if we were to go and buy Cole Palmer tomorrow, I doubt that any other fan base would have an issue with that. Just because he's a Chelsea player, he's far better than some of the players that we've got. Anyway, I know that's not going to happen, but listen, he's here now. He's at number 20. And the strange thing is that, because he's been in the Club World Cup, he's now not going to play for the next... Well, he's not going to go on the Asia Tour. So he's going to probably have, 10 days off is what he said on the interview video. And then comes back into pre-season. So, yeah, he'll be starting later than the others. But, he needs the break. As I say, he hasn't really had a break since the Premier League finished. Albeit he hasn't played many minutes while he was in America. But, of course, he's still been training with them. So, yeah, we're not likely to see him for a while. And who's next through the door? We know the player we all want, Gyökeres. So, let's see what happens there. But anyway, this isn't about him. Noni Madueke, welcome to the Arsenal. We're all behind you, and I hope you have a fantastic season. Hit the ground running, get some goals, get some assists, and perhaps, hopefully be that answer down the left-hand side. Thanks for watching, people.